Imagine for a moment that every experience in your life, whether filled with joy or marked by pain, carries a deeper purpose. What if I told you that, according to Buddhist philosophy, nothing in life happens by coincidence? Stay with us as we explore how these ancient teachings reveal that every moment unfolds with meaning and intention.
Join us on this path of self-discovery and learn how to find inner peace by understanding that everything in life truly happens for a reason. Before you leave, please remember to like this video, share it with others who may find it helpful, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our inspiring lessons for your life's journey.
Lesson 1. Transforming the mind from pain to enlightenment. According to Buddhist teachings, it is not the events of life themselves that bring us pain, but the way we interpret and respond to them. When we learn to observe our thoughts without being swept away by them, we begin to see life with greater clarity and inner peace.
Through meditation and mindful self-observation, the mind can be gently trained to respond with awareness instead of reacting out of habit or impulse. The purpose is not to eliminate suffering, but to understand it. Every difficult emotion carries within it the seed of transformation and growth. When we stop identifying with fear, anxiety, or worry, we uncover a freedom that is not dependent on external circumstances.
Suffering is an inevitable part of human life, but unnecessary suffering is something we create by resisting what is. Resisting pain only adds more weight to it. Accepting it with openness allows it to transform into wisdom. Buddhism often compares this process to fire purifying gold. Our challenges burn away illusion and reveal our true, unshakable essence.
A well-known Buddhist story beautifully illustrates this truth. A disciple once complained to his master about the bitterness of his suffering. The master asked him to put a handful of salt into a glass of water and drink it. The disciple found it unbearably bitter. Then the master told him to throw the same salt into a nearby lake and drink from it again. This time, the water tasted fresh and pure. The master said, "Suffering is like salt. It does not change. What changes is the container you place it in. If you expand your perspective, its bitterness fades."
This story reminds us that when we fixate only on our pain, it consumes us. But when we broaden our view and see each experience as part of a larger journey, suffering loses its grip. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can begin to ask, "What is this experience here to teach me?"
Many of life's most painful moments later reveal themselves as hidden blessings. Losing a job might lead us toward more meaningful work. The end of a relationship might awaken the importance of self-love. A personal crisis might open the door to a deeper and more authentic way of living.
Buddhism does not encourage us to seek suffering, but to recognize it as a profound teacher. Every challenge we face cultivates patience, resilience, and compassion. Each moment of pain reveals the parts of ourselves that are calling for healing and offers an opportunity for transformation.
When we accept these lessons with an open heart, suffering no longer defines who we are. It becomes a tool for spiritual growth, guiding us closer to wisdom, peace, and awakening. Mindfulness is the practical path that leads us there. When we truly live in the present moment, we realize that happiness is not something to chase. It is something we can experience here, now, in the very heart of life itself.
Lesson 2. Hidden Lessons. Finding Meaning in Adversities. Throughout life, we all encounter moments of difficulty, losses, failures, illnesses, and conflicts that can feel painful and without purpose. In those times, feelings such as anger, sadness, or resistance arise naturally. Yet Buddhism reminds us that nothing in life happens in isolation. Everything arises from causes and conditions. And even our hardest experiences carry within them hidden lessons meant for our growth.
Often, what appears to be an obstacle is actually guiding us toward our true path. What hurts today may be preparing us for something greater tomorrow. Just as a butterfly develops the strength to fly only by struggling to free itself from its cocoon, our challenges build resilience in ways that comfort never could. When approached with awareness, suffering becomes a profound teacher. It exposes our weaknesses, encourages introspection, and gives us the opportunity to transform pain into strength and wisdom.
The end of a relationship may lead us to discover independence and self-worth. A professional setback may redirect us toward a more fulfilling purpose. A struggle with health may awaken us to the importance of caring for both body and mind. With time, what once felt like misfortune often reveals itself as a blessing in disguise. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What is this experience trying to teach me?" This simple change in perspective transforms how we experience suffering. Rather than being trapped in despair, we begin to see our challenges as steps in our spiritual and emotional evolution. Pain then becomes not only something to endure, but something that can refine and transform us. True wisdom lies in understanding that every challenge, no matter how painful, holds meaning. Nothing in life is wasted, and nothing happens by chance. Each moment of adversity is an open doorway to growth, if we have the courage and mindfulness to walk through it. Lesson 3. Dharma, the invisible order of life. Life often feels unpredictable and beyond our control. We face sudden challenges, unexpected changes, and moments of uncertainty that make us question whether we are truly on the right path. Yet Buddhism teaches that nothing in existence happens by chance. There is an unseen harmony that guides all things, a universal order known as Dharma.
Dharma is the natural law that governs the unfolding of life. Everything occurs at the right moment and for a meaningful reason, even when we cannot see it. Every joy, every difficulty, every delay is part of a greater balance. Look at nature. Rivers flow, trees grow, and seasons change effortlessly, each following its natural rhythm. It is only human beings who struggle because we want life to conform to our expectations. When it does not, we suffer.
A timeless story illustrates this truth. A man once found himself caught in a fierce storm at sea. He fought against the waves with all his strength, but only sank deeper. Finally, exhausted, he stopped resisting and let go, and the current carried him gently to the shore. This is the essence of Dharma. When we stop fighting against the flow of life and learn to trust it, we are naturally guided to where we are meant to be.
Suffering often arises when we lose alignment with our true purpose. Challenges, obstacles, and delays are not punishments. They're part of the path, preparing us for what comes next. We cannot force life to move faster, but by trusting its rhythm, we free ourselves from unnecessary anxiety and restlessness. Each obstacle becomes an opportunity to learn, evolve, and deepen our understanding.
Every person walks a unique path shaped by their Dharma. By listening to our inner voice, honoring our intuition, and embracing the changes life brings, we come into harmony with this invisible order. When we trust the timing of life instead of fearing it, we begin to live with clarity, acceptance, and a renewed sense of purpose.
Lesson 4. The law of impermanence, understanding constant change. Nothing in life remains the same. Everything around us, the seasons, our emotions, relationships, and even our own body is in a constant state of change. In Buddhism, this truth is known as anicca, or impermanence, and it is one of the fundamental principles of existence. Suffering arises when we resist this reality. We wish for happiness, love, and success to last forever, and for pain and difficulties to end immediately. Yet life is not static. It is a continuous, ever-changing flow. The key to peace is not found in holding on or fighting against change, but in learning to accept each moment as it comes with calmness and grace. Look to nature for wisdom. A river never stops to grasp any single form. It keeps flowing effortlessly. A tree sheds its leaves in autumn without despair, trusting that spring will bring new growth. In the same way, we too can learn to release what no longer serves us and trust that every change carries us toward a new phase of growth and renewal.
True peace does not come from avoiding change, but from moving in harmony with it. When we stop resisting reality and learn to live with awareness and detachment, we uncover a deep and steady tranquility, one that remains unshaken, no matter how much the world around us shifts.
Lesson 5. Attachment and Suffering. Learning to let go. Buddhism teaches that the root of suffering lies in attachment. We hold tightly to people, possessions, emotions, and even beliefs, thinking they will guarantee our happiness. Yet nothing in life is permanent. When what we desire changes, fades, or disappears, we inevitably experience pain. The challenge with attachment is that it ties our inner peace to things outside of ourselves.
We begin to believe that without a certain relationship, a particular job, or favorable circumstances, we cannot be happy. But when our sense of peace depends on what we cannot control, suffering becomes unavoidable. Letting go does not mean becoming indifferent or ceasing to care. It means learning to appreciate deeply without trying to possess, to be present without clinging to permanence. True love, free from attachment, does not seek to control or hold on. It allows life to unfold naturally, with understanding and acceptance. When we release our grasping, we discover a freedom that feels both light and profound. We begin to see that joy does not come from holding on, but from being fully present. We can cherish each moment as it comes, without the constant fear of losing it. In this way, we learn to live with greater ease and openness, unburdened by the desire to make everything stay the same. True peace arises when we stop trying to hold on to what cannot be kept. By accepting that life is always changing, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open our hearts to a deeper, more complete, and more peaceful way of living.
Lesson 6. The Wisdom of Acceptance, Flowing with Life. Life rarely unfolds according to the plans we create. From a young age, we are encouraged to fight, strive, and resist whenever things do not go as we expect. Yet, very few people teach us the deeper power of acceptance.
Acceptance does not mean giving up or surrendering. It means seeing reality clearly, without judgment, and releasing the desire for it to be different. Much of our suffering does not arise from what happens, but from our resistance to what happens. Buddhism teaches that everything arises from causes and conditions, and each experience carries a lesson within it.
There is a story of a farmer who encountered both good fortune and misfortune. Yet each time he simply said, "Who knows if this is good or bad?" Over time, life revealed a larger truth behind each event. Acceptance does not mean we stop taking action. When change is possible, we should act with wisdom and courage. But when something lies beyond our control, struggling against it only deepens our pain. True wisdom lies in knowing the difference.
Through meditation and mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions like passing clouds, without clinging or judgment. This practice nurtures calmness, clarity, and inner balance. Acceptance of both ourselves and others opens the door to harmony and peace. Life is always a blend of joy and sorrow, gain and loss. Lasting peace arises when we accept both with serenity. Real freedom is not about controlling life. It is about learning to flow gracefully with life as it unfolds.
Lesson 7. No chaos, no transformation. Comfort is something every human being naturally seeks. Yet, when life feels smooth and predictable, we often become complacent. We cling to what feels familiar, avoid taking risks, and resist change. Buddhism reveals a profound truth. Without chaos, there can be no transformation.
The moments that shake us to our very core often become the turning points for genuine growth. Crises, though painful and uncomfortable, pull us out of our routines, challenge our limits, and compel us to question what we believe to be true. Without these disruptions, we might never develop new abilities, let go of outdated beliefs, or explore paths we would otherwise avoid.
Life uses adversity as a tool for evolution. Consider a seed. It cannot grow if it remains on the surface. It must be buried deep within the soil, endure darkness, and struggle upward toward the light. In the same way, human beings need challenges and inner struggles to uncover their true potential.
Buddhism beautifully illustrates this through the story of a butterfly. A disciple once saw a butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon. Moved by compassion, he decided to help it. The butterfly did come out, but its wings were weak and it could not fly. The master then explained, "The effort to break free is what strengthens the wings. Without struggle, the butterfly cannot fly."
Life operates in a similar way. Difficult circumstances teach us resilience, patience, and adaptability. Without them, we remain trapped within our comfort zones, stagnant and unchanged. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can shift our perspective and ask, "What growth is this experience inviting into my life?" Most true transformation happens during times of crisis. Loss teaches us to appreciate what we once had. Failure builds resilience. Unexpected change redirects us toward paths we may never have chosen on our own.
Accepting chaos does not mean welcoming suffering. It means understanding that struggle is part of life's unfolding process. When we learn to move with it rather than resist it, we discover an inner strength we never knew existed. Every difficult moment carries an invitation to evolve. By trusting the process, we emerge from chaos stronger, wiser, and freer than before.
Lesson 8. Cause and effect. Karma in our daily lives. Nothing in life happens by coincidence. Every action we take, every thought we hold, and every word we speak creates an effect. This is the essence of karma, one of the central teachings of Buddhism. Karma is not a system of punishment or divine reward. It is a natural law, much like gravity.
Everything we do sends out ripples into the world, just as a stone thrown into a pond changes the surface of the water. Some effects appear immediately, while others take time, sometimes years or even lifetimes, to unfold. Yet every choice we make leaves an imprint.
Karma is not limited to our physical actions. It also includes our inner world, our thoughts and emotions. Feelings such as hatred and resentment shape our reality just as surely as compassion and patience create peace.
We often wonder why some people seem to do wrong without consequence, while others do good and still suffer. Buddhism explains that karma unfolds like seeds. Some sprout quickly, while others take longer to grow. The key is to understand that our present actions and intentions are planting the seeds of our future experiences.
Karma is not fatalism. It is empowerment. It reminds us that we always have the ability to begin again. By choosing thoughts, words, and actions that create harmony rather than suffering, we can transform our lives. Mindfulness plays a vital role in this process. It helps us recognize our habitual patterns and choose our responses with awareness. When we react with anger, we invite conflict. When we respond with calmness and understanding, we create peace.
Our choices extend far beyond ourselves. They influence our families, our communities, and even the wider world. Intention is what gives each action its true meaning. Helping others for selfish reasons is not the same as offering help from genuine kindness and compassion.
The past does not define who we are. Every new day offers a chance to plant seeds of goodness, kindness, honesty, generosity, and understanding. Even the smallest positive actions send ripples outward, quietly transforming our lives and the lives of others.
Karma reminds us that while we cannot control everything that happens, we can always choose how we respond. Every challenge carries a lesson, and every decision shapes the path ahead. When we live with this awareness, we begin to experience greater wisdom, harmony, and inner peace.
Lesson 9. The practice of mindfulness, living in the present. The human mind often wanders between the past and the future, carrying with it the weight of regret and the burden of anxiety. Rarely are we fully present in the only real moment that exists, the present moment. Buddhism teaches that mindfulness is the art of grounding ourselves in the here and now, living each moment with full awareness rather than distraction.
When we dwell in the past, we reopen old wounds and replay moments that cannot be changed. When we worry about the future, we create stress over possibilities that may never come to pass. The present is where life truly unfolds, where we can act, feel, and experience life in its completeness.
Mindfulness is far more than a meditation practice. It is a way of living. To eat mindfully means to savor every bite with awareness. To listen mindfully means to give our complete attention to another person. To walk mindfully means to feel each step with presence instead of being lost in thought.
Most of us live in a state of distraction, checking our phones, worrying about what is next, or replaying what has already passed. Mindfulness gently guides us back to the here and now. A simple yet profound practice is observing the breath. Each time the mind drifts away, we simply bring it back to the rhythm of our breathing. This simple act cultivates focus, patience, and calmness.
Mindfulness does not mean we must eliminate our thoughts. Rather, it teaches us to observe them as we would watch passing clouds, acknowledging their presence without attachment or judgment. Through this awareness, suffering naturally begins to lessen. We learn to respond with clarity and wisdom instead of reacting out of anger or fear.
True happiness does not lie somewhere in the future. It exists within the quality of this very moment. By practicing mindfulness daily, even in simple actions like drinking tea, walking, or listening, we begin to rediscover the beauty that has always existed in ordinary life. Mindfulness is a practical path to inner peace. When we learn to live in the present, we come to understand that happiness is not something to pursue. It is something to experience, right here, right now.
Lesson 10. The illusion of control. Learning to trust the flow of life. From an early age, we are taught to take control of our lives, believing that hard work, planning, and determination will always guarantee success. Yet life often reminds us that things do not always unfold according to our expectations. Relationships come to an end, jobs are lost, and carefully made plans
sometimes collapse for reasons we cannot understand.
When life does not go as planned, frustration and anxiety naturally arise. Buddhism teaches that control itself is an illusion. Life moves according to its own rhythm and timing, not according to our desires. Much of our suffering comes from clinging to how we think things should be, rather than accepting how they truly are.
Letting go of control does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means taking action with wisdom and sincerity while also trusting the natural flow of life. The practice of Wu Wei, or effortless action, reminds us to act in harmony with life instead of struggling against it. When we embrace uncertainty rather than fear it, our anxiety begins to fade, and we can experience life more fully in the present moment.
If we look back, we often realize that the most unexpected events led us to personal growth, new opportunities, and deeper self-discovery. The very moments we once resisted often become the turning points that shape who we are.
By releasing the illusion of control, we free ourselves from fear and begin to respond to life with clarity and calm. Life is not about forcing outcomes. It is about learning to navigate its natural current with grace and awareness. In doing so, we discover resilience, peace, and a deeper sense of trust in the unfolding of our journey.
If this message resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and join our growing community, where we continue to explore timeless teachings that bring clarity and balance to modern life. I would also love to hear your reflections. Which lesson from this video spoke to you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today.
Subscribe now for more powerful lessons that awaken your potential.